go.
Hey, welcome to the best damn arm wrestling show here with you. Who's back? Eli Saidov. And we have our host here, Scott Wynn and Riza Dalmaganian, or I messed
Yeah,
that
he
up.
tried it. He tried it.
I,
He went for it.
I thought for sure he could say it.
how do you say it?
Delmaganian.
Dalmaganian. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's pretty easy. It's
Riza
hard to.
Dalmaganian and Scott Wynn.
Yes, sir. There it is.
Got it.
How you doing, Ilya?
I'm good. I'm good, man. Thank you. How are you?
I'm pretty damn good, bro. I've been watching the stuff you've been doing over this last year, and you've been breaking some people's hands back and doing some crazy shit, bro. Especially even the weight you're moving. I was watching some of your training, and you're moving 120 in multiple angles, which is pretty damn.
I focused a lot for the last year, um, competing, uh, coming back on the stage again. So I progressed a lot, but I know this is not my pick, so I'm still far from my pick. I would say maybe 10 more years till I reach my pick.
So you still feel you're making really strong progression.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I know I'm better than I was, but I know this is not over.
Now let's look
This
at
is not my path.
look at some of this footage you got going on here where you're moving, 120 pounds right there,
Nice.
which is really impressive with that side pressure going straight sideways with it. I mean,
Yeah, that's 120. I did 130 after that.
and then you're doing wrist flexion as well.
Yeah,
Flexion.
I got that one just recently from Full Heavy. Awesome equipment. I like it a lot.
And you're also doing back pressure, which I'm actually most impressed with your back pressure gains. Typically you were more of an inside puller, and
Hmm.
you're definitely developing that back pressure substantially from what I remember. It's a huge gain from my perspective, seeing you move
Yeah,
through.
back pressure, side pressure, and 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 control.
And over the last year, you've really pulled quite a few people. Has this been one of your most active seasons, or is this like how you
Mm,
approach things, or?
yeah, I've definitely been active for the past year. Um, my last was Challenger Series. Before that, it was the Tennessee round robin.
You pulled
Um,
Justin Bishop. It seemed fairly easily done. I mean,
yeah, I pulled Justin. Um, honestly, I thought it's gonna be a war, but it went super quick. Not that Justin is big, because
you were able to get him inside right off the bat, which is really impressive. That I mean, obviously your cadence on that was supreme. You got into really good position right off the bat, and essentially turned him right into where your power is. Your left is your money maker, in my opinion. It always has
exactly.
been.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive, dude. You went through how many guys were in that class? 12? Counting you?
With me, 12, so 11 and 0.
Right.
I'm not gonna, yeah, so if you're 11 and 0, that's it. Because you don't fool yourself.
That's crazy, dude. Good
Yeah.
job. Kudos. That's a good job.
I pulled right-handed too. My right hand is every time I pull, it's getting better. So I'm hoping that my right is gonna be, I wouldn't say exactly like my left, but at least close enough.
You feel that since the arm break when we went to Zloty, the
Yeah.
bone is getting a little bit more reliable, and you're developing that confidence in that right arm since then.
Yeah, it's been what, 6 years.
Hmm.
So I took it easily step by step. So I started really competing with my like last 2 years I started, and then last year was a bit more active for the last year.
And a match I actually wanted to analyze was you and Giannis in Arizona State. I mean, that was another impressive.
Yeah, even though I lost to Yanis, but he false started every single round. It was so loud, and the ref, I don't know where the ref was going, but he was false starting every round.
Do you feel that Giannis gave you a fair match in that match, or was it something where, I mean, to me it looked like,
No, to me it was not even close
I
to be
mean,
giving me, even though he beat me, but he
yeah,
beat me because he was false starting, so I only had to catch him like right over here.
yeah, but you caught him in this first setup. I mean,
Yeah, that would have been a win, but
he lifted his elbow. I'm pretty sure it was an intentional elbow lift because he didn't like that you were able to catch him so well.
yeah, but he lifted the elbow like right there when I was pinning him. So I would say that's a win, but whatever. Next time we pull, I make sure if you don't false start, I'll make sure of that.
You go a little bit earlier off the go and essentially get that control right off the bat. I would definitely say,
He's smart player, so I give him that. Very smart.
because I remember years ago you guys pulled at WAL. Funny enough, I'm
Hmm.
actually in this video. Um, that was when you were a little bit younger, but you were able to do some stuff back in the day, which was fairly impressive as well. And I mean, you guys are locked up at the center
Like,
there.
yeah, even when we pulled
Chopper.
with right and the first round, I got him in the hook and he elbow fouled.
Here, it's okay.
And WAL
Here, Chop.
was
Come here.
if
Keep
you
pulling.
elbow foul, you keep pulling. But because I had the elbow foul first, so I had to beat him to get a rematch, which I did. But he didn't want to keep pulling to beat me. He just elbow foul.
You find that's a common thing that's happening with you and Giannis, where as
Yeah,
soon as he
I mean,
feels he's in
look,
control,
that's what
obviously.
he does. That's what he's gonna do every time we pull. I, yeah, all
You'd
right.
like would you like another match against him eventually here coming down the line, or
Um, right-handed, yes. Left, I know I can beat him left, but if if I get an offer, I would pull him. But I would be interested to pull him right-handed.
right-handed? Yeah, I guess him and Justin are gonna pull. What's your perspective on that match?
Him and Justin, yes, I'm probably gonna be there to watch it live. Um, obviously I'm gonna root for Justin for Americans, but I think it's gonna be 50-50 match. Maybe slight favorite to Yanis because of his experience and he's very smart, very technical. So it will be either 50-50 or 45-50 to Yanis. Just like same match like Justin pulled Medvedev. It was all the buckle. The buckle made the difference. And the final round, I guess Justin endurance failed, but I think it's gonna be a close match. I'm really interested to watch it. I pulled them both. Um, last time I pulled Justin right-handed, I was able to win. Then I broke my arm, and then I kind of went downhill. So right now I'm going back.
Yeah, I think they're pretty even for sure. Like you said, it's a 50-50. It's gonna be hand positioning, obviously, right off the
Yeah.
get.
Yeah, it's not like somebody's gonna go inside, and so it's both top row. Whoever gets the better position, whoever gets the, I don't know if the buckle is gonna make difference. It looked like it made difference between Justin and Douglas, but I don't know how it's gonna affect Yanis.
Yeah, Justin thinks it's gonna go to the strap. Giannis is gonna let go. It's gonna go to
Mhm.
the strap, which
Yeah. Obviously, both are gonna top row. It's just right away to the strap. Might as well just start in the strap.
exactly, that's what I was saying. I was asking him, why not just tell him, let's go on the strap right off the bat, but I think he
The
said.
first round, even if I was Justin and throwing Yanis, I wouldn't go in the strap the very first round because I just want to feel it without a strap first, and then maybe I'll say, hey, let's go to the strap.
That's actually exactly what he said when we
Yep.
interviewed him. Was the
Who?
first
Who?
Justin?
Justin
We,
said that.
yeah, we interviewed
Okay.
Justin, and he was saying that essentially he wants to fill it out the first round and go from there.
Yeah. That's a good move.
Now,
What about Paul Talbot and Varej?
Paul and Rash. I know Paul will take his hand, but can he finish?
I think so.
Rash could be stuck here. Yeah, he can finish if he puts his shoulder behind and press him down.
Yeah.
That's the only way to beat Rash. If he's gonna take his hand and then go, Rash is just gonna keep holding him, and eventually, if
Yeah,
you
I
don't
think
have your shoulder,
Paul's gonna drive up straight to the chin, twist up, shove through his hand. Varesh's hand's gonna push down his hand, down his arm.
I've seen his hand all the way down. He still holds.
I know, but Paul's a
If you,
different. Yeah.
I understand that, but if you don't have your shoulder behind,
Oh yeah, definitely.
then
Yeah,
it's just a matter of time.
yeah. You got
First round, he may get it.
in position.
Second round, he may get it. And Fresh, he's very endurance. So, which Paul, I'm sure Paul has good endurance, but I think if it comes to endurance, I think Fresh endurance is much better than Paul. And it all depends
Yeah,
how both of
If
them.
Varesh hits, if Varesh actually goes on go and tries to get on offense, then I don't know if Paul can come back from that. You know what I mean? If Varesh gets offensively in good position, which that's what he needs to do, in my opinion. Because if he does his normal low hand grab and he lets the guy hit on him, I
Mhm.
think Paul's gonna psychologically he's more of a strategic technical puller.
So he's there in California. Have you seen him? How is he doing? Like, how is he fit right now?
Varesh,
Uh-huh.
oh, he's training. Like they literally have they want like Varesh doesn't come to the gym anymore, so he doesn't come to Mindy's. He comes to my house every once in a while, and I stopped having practices. I just started them back up. So he started his own practice at his house. So
Mhm.
he's got David, little David, big David,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
Arson, and then Oleg and Mika show up over there every once in a
Mhm.
while, and so they've
Yeah,
been training.
if he's in really good shape, I would go with Resh.
He's always in good shape. Resh is
No,
always working out.
the last time he was pulling in Phoenix, where they had the round robin 240 class or something. It seemed like he was not at his good shape. So
Yeah,
if
when
he's in
he's
really,
injured,
really good
yeah, if
shape,
he's injured, then that's the
yeah,
only time I've seen him off par. You know what I mean?
yeah,
If he's
that's
got
what
an
I'm
injury,
saying. No injuries, Resh, strong. I go with Resh. Injuries, not sure. Then I go Paul.
yeah.
Again, Paul, if he brings his shoulder down.
you also pulled in Canada this last year, Ilya?
And yeah, I pulled twice in Canada. One where they had AWC super matches,
Yeah, this match right here
and
actually.
yeah, John, And John is a strong forward. That's me and him first time playing ever.
He's so ugly, he's cute.
Yeah, he got a little. He got into that king's hook. And it's
So
interesting.
he elbow. So he lifts his elbow.
He
Yeah.
seemed really confident when you first locked up. He thought he had it.
Yeah. 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 So here he elbow felt twice, and then the
Excuse me
final
for one
round.
moment.
Do you think if you guys had a super match format, do you think you would feel confident against him?
I wouldn't take it easy. I mean, I would take it serious. I wouldn't take it easy for sure. So John, even though I beat him, I know he can train and he can get better. So I would still believe I would take it, but I would not take him easy. I would always take him serious.
Yeah, that was definitely a close match. I mean, he seems like he definitely is a strong guy. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, he's fine. Okay.
anyone who locks you up left-handed is impressive in my books because your left has always been pretty damn powerful over the years. As I've seen you develop, it's your left has been really good. Um, Another person you pulled was Austin Wade. How did you feel pulling him?
I think Wade from Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pulled with him.
I'll be done with this interview.
That was Washington State. That was right-handed. That was me coming back again because I won the left-handed and I lost to him right-handed. I'm sure if we pull right now again right-handed, it wouldn't do the same.
Yeah, he up top though, you were definitely I feel like you were getting the hand and wrist up top. Up top, you were ripping over.
Yeah, he turned me in and I wouldn't pull inside, so I would just let it go. Now I feel more confident even if we go in hook.
And
So
what kind of numbers are you generating with your right arm? Are you generating like for example for back pressure, are you loading over 100 pounds with your right?
like my weight compared to my left.
Yeah.
So if left, let's say my max back pressure was 130, my right, I can probably do 115, 110.
Oh, so there's not that big of a variance between your arms right now.
Yeah, the big difference in side pressure.
So it's the inward rotation and yeah.
Yes, here. Here is not is close. Uh, rotation is closed. Tapping is also closed. This way is not closed.
You know, once you start engaging that
And
humerus and the brachialis.
I've spent probably 60% more than that.
You've gotten your hand a lot stronger too, right?
Yeah, yeah. My hands is definitely. I changed my exercises. So before I would only focus on doing getting inside, but my hand was, you know. So now I'm focusing on my rotation, on my pronation. So if somebody's trying to topple me, I can match them.
Nice. That's
So
great.
it's changed.
When you pulled with Devon, how did you feel Devon was? I mean, obviously he was fatigued. He was arm wrestling everybody. And, you know, it's one of these things where I like watching the lighter guys pull against people like Devon because it's
Mhm.
one of those things where, you know, I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
Devon is Devon.
Yeah, this picks up. This picks up.
I mean, obviously he takes your hand there, but I mean,
Yeah.
right about, I mean, to see you get Devon to about right there, you can see in his face, he's shitting bricks. He's like, I gotta get this fool back, like
Yeah, and then see, I didn't go inside. I kind of went on the outside.
outside, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, do you find that the low hand is something that you are working, or is Devon taking away your ability to rise?
No, yeah, he took the ability to rise to himself.
I mean, Devon obviously substantially heavier than you, but you know, any kind of movement in a positive direction against a guy like that is like holy shit, you know. Um, let's look at something else. I wanted to look at you and Coach Ray because that was another one that I think I really would like to see a super match between you and Coach.
Coach Ray, yeah, I told Coach Ray it was Arizona State. I think last year or something.
And you look pretty comfortable here. It doesn't look like he's, I mean,
So here, I was 176 and he was like two, because we were in the tournament. He was pulling 198 and I was pulling 176. So I'm sure if we both gonna be in the same weight category, like 185 or 176.
Yeah, I'd pick you over Ray. I mean, I've pulled Ray before too. I pulled him in Arizona.
Mhm.
I definitely, I'm gonna say if I were to pick, it would definitely be you.
Yeah,
Cause
that's
you're stronger inside. And I think now that you're working your pronation and like you said, the rotation, I think that's gonna help a lot against Ray. Cause he knows how to do that as well, obviously. His
mhm,
top roll's pretty decent. I think, I'm not sure, but I would think that his move would be more of a hook than a top roll. What do you think?
mhm. Yeah, I know for sure he's gonna go inside, but the only time he goes outside when he knows he can't finish inside, or he's
Right,
gonna have trouble inside. So, or if he knows he can easily take somebody's hand, he'll just gonna go outside.
right.
But I'm working on that match. Probably gonna be, sometime in the future. Me and him.
Now,
I love.
do you have a favorite arm wrestler?
Do I have a favorite arm wrestle?
Yeah.
Um, no. Who's the favorite from me?
I mean,
Wow.
somebody you enjoy watching or you like their technique or you just like their style or
I'm gonna guess it's Arsen Lilia.
I like his style a lot, actually.
I know
Awesome,
Ilya,
yes.
I'm just throwing a guess out there, but yeah, that's who I would
You
guess.
actually got it right. You actually got it right. I like the way he posts. Uh,
yeah, he's a beast.
I would choose him probably number one. If I want to watch somebody pull, I want to watch, I would watch him. Especially when he was at his prime. I also like watching Arden Pino. You know Arden Pino?
I
When
know, yeah, if I seen him, I would
He
know.
just lost the belt to Georgian. He was East West champion left-handed at 95 kilo.
Okay.
So I enjoy watching him as well because he top pros and then he kind of can get inside and then throw
Yeah,
the roll.
nice.
So very technical guy.
Good old school arm wrestling. What do you think of our arson? The new kid
Who?
on the arson that's training with us now. The 21-year-old kid. It's Arson K.
Uh,
I
he
don't know how to pronounce his last name.
just came from Armenia.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good. He's really good. I first time saw him at AMC in Russia,
Uh-huh.
and he's really good. So he's 21 only.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that crazy?
Oh yeah, yeah, dude, that guy was crazy.
Yeah, he killed
But
it in that 220 round robin up there in Arizona. He lost to Sharkovich, and that's Cause Shark just got the hit on him in the strap.
Yeah, I bet if he has a super match with Sharkovic, it would be a very close match.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Young buck.
What year was this?
It might be 2016, 2017,
Yeah,
somewhere in there.
like 2016, yeah.
Yeah, that was some good times, Bubba.
Yeah.
So you pulled George Whitfield. What do you think about him? Obviously, a lot of people have been saying he's made some substantial gains over the last few years. Wanted to actually review that match and identify some of the stuff that took place in this match because I thought this was a good one for you.
George Whitfield, yes. First time I played with him in Tennessee. Well, in my round robin, he was my very first match, and I didn't know him the way he plays. I didn't know his level, so I was like very light on the go, and he surprised me. He surprised me a lot, and he gave me the toughest match. And
Seeing you grip high though in this initial setup right here. I
yeah,
mean,
I always get high.
it's seeing this setup right here where you're gripping high.
Mhm.
It's one of these
Well,
things
right now,
where
yeah, I do it high.
it was
Um,
you guys obviously end up in the ref's grip because he probably didn't like that.
mhm. George, he's strong. I want to say he's weak, but
He's very
I
strong.
knew,
Yeah, I got to pull him
yeah,
a little bit. He's
yeah,
a
I
strong
know,
kid.
I knew how to beat him, and I used, my knowledge. I knew who would be very dangerous the very first round, so I knew I gotta, you know, take his hit the very first round to be able to win the rest of the round.
Oh, look at that elbow. Like
Yeah,
it
I
was.
saw that as well. Ilya's elbow fucking flew off the pad, but I don't think Tim caught it.
Ilias did.
Yeah, I think both elbows. It might have.
George is floating there for a while before he
Yeah,
stopped.
Ilya pulls his elbow up to gain control. There it is. And then
No,
George's elbow comes off the pad a good like inch and a half
yeah.
and hovers for
Oh,
a
look
minute.
at his elbow, eh?
Yeah, you saw that shit?
Yeah, but even after that, even here, like after go, you can see like 10 elbow fouls if you go slow,
Yeah, we're at half speed right
right,
now.
right here. So when he
Yeah,
goes,
it float. Oh shit.
no,
It was
Hey,
yeah, right there.
I was right behind him, dude. I was screaming, elbow,
There it
elbow,
is.
what the hell? I was tripping, dude. But you could see
So
Eli was totally in control.
so
Had total
here I was
composure.
already in control. So
Yeah.
that's what my friend the first round I knew he's gonna be very dangerous. So I had to be in the defensive position the first round, take the blood, and then second and third was just for me.
You could see the confidence leaving George's body right there. You know, you could just see he's like, no, I can't pin this guy.
So here I already knew that's it.
So his dad was a really, really good arm wrestler. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I didn't know, and I didn't know that his dad passed away when we were doing
The event.
the um like when we were talking at the press conference. He was speaking of his dad, like how his dad was taking him when he was young to the tournament, and I was like, "You got nothing." It was something I said to him right after he said that, without knowing that his dad passed away and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then people told me after that, "Hey, his dad passed away." I'm like, "Oh, really?"
Hold off
I'm
on that
sorry.
conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the last thing I wanted to review was your performance at the 176 North American Round Robin. Congratulations on winning that. That was a pretty well stacked class, and you definitely handled yourself well there. Um, let's look at some of the stuff that you did there. I mean, you pulled through people fairly easily. It seemed like you were a different Ilya at this tournament.
Yeah, I was preparing good. See, when I get ready, when I prepare, I'm I know I can do a lot of things versus when I'm, you know, quick short. Sometimes, a lot of times I competed when I was not in my best shape. I was in my, okay shape. And, people would, um, yeah, that's Alex in Canada.
What do you think the strongest competitor at that event was for you to pull through?
George Whitfield.
That's why you guys ended up having that super match was because of
Yeah, exactly. We wanted to find out because we had a war and I won because he elbowed out twice. So that's why they wanted to do a super match to see like if there's gonna be a war and so yeah. But next one, working on Coach Ray. So
So is that match set up already, or do you have anything?
it's in the plan. Nothing set yet, but I'm sure they're working on it. But I know if they're doing another Challenger series, then for sure I believe that it will be me and Ray. Cool.
And if you were to pull coach, what weight would you want it to be at? Would you prefer it to be in the 80s or would
It
you
would
be in the
it's gonna
70s?
be 185. It's gonna be 185 because that's the or 187 because that's the weight class. They basically they having same categories that they have in Turkey, the East West, because it's kind of like Challenger Series East versus West. So it's exactly the same. Elbow pads were the same. The rules were the same. Um, and so the categories are gonna be the same.
And what are you weighing right now?
Right now I walk around 183, 185.
Oh, so you could gain just a few 4 or 5 pounds.
Yeah, I can.
Like maybe go
Yeah,
up 10 pounds in
I don't
strength.
want. I don't even want to go up. It's. I'm not making myself to gain weight. I just eat regular. I did change my diet. I stopped eating bad food, and honestly, when I started eating healthy, it changed my physique. I think I'm much stronger now, just from eating food, like food, like no junk food, and
So what'd you change? You cut out sugars, you cut out simple
yeah,
carbs, or
no sugar. That's like a lot of high protein, low fat. So the big thing is no sugar at all. Just just
natural sugars?
natural sugar. I still get sugar, but it's natural. So, but
This guy
added sugar,
can't see it.
then look, what are you drinking, Scott?
NOS.
The kind that's not good for you.
So yeah, man. I think it works. And it gives you at least 5%. It's okay.
Yeah, diet definitely is significant. I think
Yeah.
doing your diet.
My endurance, even just my general strength from just changing my diet.
Are you training any
I have more
cardio as well?
energy.
Because your
Yes,
endurance.
yes. I do cardio. For cardio, I run. I run like a week, probably like 4 to 6 miles a week. So yesterday I did 2 miles. You know, I'll do it again this week. But yeah, between 4 to 6 miles a week.
really good, Bubba. I mean,
Yeah.
maintaining that cardio
Yeah,
strength definitely helps.
it's really good. A lot of things wouldn't believe that like running it would help your endurance, but it does.
Oh yeah, dude, that's
And
a huge plus. Huge plus, man. No doubt
why
about
do you think Devon has so much endurance? Because he was running so much when he was younger, you know.
it.
And it helps your heart, it helps your general strength. So
Definitely.
I think running, if you don't do running, you should start young.
And how about rehab training after your matches? Do you go back to the gym and hit it heavy again, or if are you going
Um,
with high weight
so
load?
after my matches, I usually take a week off, maybe week and a half, week for sure. And I start going slowly. I'm not going, you know, heavy, just slightly. I changed my preparation as well. So if before I would lift heavy up to like last week, or have practice up to like last week, if let's say I'm having a tournament next weekend, today would be my last practice. I completely changed that now. I have practice 4 weeks before the tournament. So my last practice would be 4 weeks
A month out.
before the tournament. Yeah,
You're giving
a
yourself
month out.
you're
Yes.
giving yourself a lot more recovery time prior to
Yeah, a
competing.
lot. It's not like I'm not doing nothing. No, I'm still working out. I'm still doing technique on the table. I'm just not pulling.
100%.
And and my workouts go from 90, 80, 70, 60
You're
every
pyramiding down towards the end.
exactly each week 10% down each week. And the last week I just do bends, just fast, just keep the blood going. And I tried that the last for the ten. I did that for Tennessee, and I did that for my Challenger series. I felt great.
It worked out really good for you, Bubba. I mean, definitely it's effective.
Yeah, because if before I would pull and work out hard, or maybe I would say 75 to 80% of my max, and the day of the tournament, I wouldn't be so fresh after first and second match. You know, I would feel some pain, physique, so, and I would be like, why? Like, I thought and my weights would be good during the training, but at the tournament, I feel weak.
You
So
probably had typically you'll develop micro tears as you train. And then if you're only
exactly,
taking a week off,
yeah,
you still have
yeah,
those micro tears attempting to
exactly,
heal. And if you give yourself that whole month, your body's able to make that full
yeah,
recovery.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
my problem. My
I'm
problem
still
is I don't.
training.
Good.
Yeah, I'm still training those 4 weeks, but I'm going 10% down each week. And to still like have table time, what I do is I use bands on ready goes, just ready goes. And I also do like I grab a belt and I do static hold. So not the belt that like stretches, like a karate belt. I put it on this side and I would hold it. I would hold it for a minute, you know,
And that, is
it
that to a,
helps with recover. It
is that
helps
to
with
a,
recovery.
that's for a, you're tying the karate belt to a fixed object that has no play, or you're putting it on the pulley system or on a band?
No play, static, and not too much, not too hard,
Yeah,
not too
you're
like
applying the pressure you feel is applicable, essentially.
yeah, exactly. And that helps to recover. That helps with endurance, and that still gives me some type of table time.
Now, are you doing like 30-second ISOs, or are you doing more time for your isolations, or how long are you isolating for? Is it like long duration, short duration, just a little bit to feel the pressure?
45 to 1 minute.
That's actually really good because typically people are between 15 and 30-second ISOs. And I've always said that, like, if you're taking 75% of your max and you're isolating it, that 30 second to 1 minute range is where you start getting into the elite range with the higher percentage isolation.
Yeah, I do like at least 3 or 4 sets of 45 to a minute.
Yeah, that's significant. I mean, 45-second ISOs they're hard.
So that would be my table time.
Yeah. And then who are you training with right now? Like who are you putting your hands on
I
the table with?
I train with I have a gym in my garage, and I just have exactly what I need for all my things. And I have a small group of guys. They're not really strong, which is good because I can pull with them and not getting injured. So I let them work, do whatever they want to do, and I hold. I just hold the whole time, and you know,
You're able
I
to
have
mark
sitting
position and get blood flow
exactly,
essentially. Yeah.
exactly blood flow. But after like 2 hours,
Yeah. When you're
it's
stuck on the table nonstop, you start to feel it.
yeah, yeah, you start to feel it, but it helps me. And if I do workout like Monday or Tuesday, I don't have pain. Versus if I'm gonna have practice with somebody that's give
Heavier,
me
stronger than
good
your
practice, I'm gonna hold, he's gonna hit. Then the next week I'm not gonna be able to
push your max.
recover and push my at least 80-90% at the gym. Now I'm gonna have to do super light work to get the blood flow to recover, which will take like 3-4 days. By the time 3-4 days pass, it's already weekend, you know. And I also don't practice every weekend. I practice 2 times a month
That's a smart
max.
strategy. I think that's a smart strategy because a lot of
Two
guys are
times,
pulling too
yes, two
much.
times. If I know I have a match, then I practice 2 times a month. If I don't have a match, I might do every weekend. But if I know I'm preparing for somebody, I'm gonna have it twice a month.
When are you
Why?
gonna come back out to Cali, bro? That's what I wanna know.
Yeah, someday, man.
Got a room here
I would,
for you, waiting.
yeah, I would love to pull those new guys. I would love, you know, it would be interesting to have a super match between me and David,
Big,
left-handed,
Big David or Little David?
big David.
Okay.
Yeah, I talked with him when he had the event in Phoenix where they had the round robin.
Right or
I
left?
talked left, not right. Yeah, left. I talked to Tim. I said, hey, set up a match between me and David. And then he didn't have too much money in it. So it would be like if I want to put down 500 and he puts 500, something like that, or 1,000, whatever. And I was like, whatever, I'll pull him. I'll put 500 down just to see where I'm at. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And he replied,
All right, well, that might happen. I mean, I know we're gonna start throwing some events at Mindy's gym. So we're gonna just do super matches, super match format. So maybe we'll set up a match with you there. If you don't
yeah, it
get
would be, yeah, it would be 185 for when, that with that.
right, yeah, he
I
gets
wouldn't
down
pull
to
him. I wouldn't pull him if he's 200.
yeah, no, he gets down to 185 for worlds. So I know he can make that weight.
So
And I think
I'm sorry, he beat Tom Rositz. Is that, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but he beat Tom left-handed at the WAP. I would say pretty easily, right? And Tom is like beating everybody at least West right now. He beat Arden last time.
So you're using him as a gauge for Tom essentially.
this is
Exactly.
Because you know if you can bang with him inside, then essentially you can pull Tom inside and force him into what you want.
Yeah, yeah. So Tom, I know how to beat Tom. Tom is, he's only like what 5 years in arm wrestling. He's still, you know, yeah, he's strong, but the knowledge of arm wrestling, he's still
More room for growth. Yeah.
exactly.
Very cool.
If
What's your-
Justin, go ahead, Phil.
What's your ultimate goal? Like, obviously, you want to be the very best. What class, like, are you thinking? 185 to be the top dog, left-handed and right-handed?
Yeah, I wouldn't go higher. I wouldn't go above my weight class because I just don't want to gain weight,
Yeah,
you know. Um, I want to be, I want to be on the East-West. I want to, eventually fighting for the title. I don't know who holds the title for left hand.
Not sure. That's a
yeah, I
good
don't know. Either.
question.
I mean, depending on who it is, whether it's king of the table or East versus West.
But yeah, so right now, there's a lot of guys. Trust me, there's a lot of guys to go.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of guys. I would like to pull with the Bozidar from Bulgaria.
yeah, that dude's
You
badass.
know, he's good. He's also good. You know,
Right
I
on.
can I can pull 185, or I can go down to 176, or they have like 172. I can do 172. Like it would be pretty hard, but I can do it.
Yeah, cutting sucks, but yeah, now obviously you could cut down all the way to 165 if you really wanted to, but yeah, I think you're good at 185. I think that's the ultimate weight for you. You look good, you're healthy, and you're probably the strongest you could be at that weight, without obviously eating too many pancakes and gaining too much weight. Um, yeah, you seem pretty stout right there where you're at.
And I'm planning on like going to the. It's in the future. It's not anytime soon, but I do plan to go like to WAF Worlds, compete at 85 kilo.
85 kilo. Well, how much is that? Isn't that over 85?
85 kilo is 187.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, I
So
like
that's my weight.
187 is cool, yeah.
That's
190,
that's my weight.
187, 185. All three of those, I guess, what is it? PAL. Sean Hancock's got I think he does the 190, right? 171 to 190 or some weird class like that. What about the World Series of Arm Wrestling? Are you not doing that? You know how much money they're giving away?
Um,
That's
no, I don't know.
$2,500 right and left-handed.
Do you have to like do like qualifications and stuff?
You just have to enter. You just have to enter one of his events and then you're qualified to compete in San Diego in November. And there's no entry fee after that point. You don't have to pay another entry fee.
At the final?
Yeah.
So is it over already this year?
No. No, the next one, I think right now he's in Carolina, I think this weekend. And then I think he's got one in Utah. And then he's got a San Diego tournament that's going to be a
So
qualifier prior.
when is the final?
November.
Okay. And the closest to Washington is probably gonna be Utah.
That or San Diego. I don't
Okay.
know what's closer, but
Utah is closest to me. Utah
you're
from me is Salt Lake from me is like 8 to 9 hours
the
drive.
weight class though, he has some funky weight classes right now. So it'd be 176, which you could make that. It's 176 and under, 176 to 209.
Okay.
And that's November. So
You
that's
definitely
a
don't want to
ways
be in
away.
that 209 class.
No, if I was gonna go, I would probably go 176.
Absolutely.
See, November, um, I need to find out for sure, like, if I was gonna pull Pro Trade, if it's gonna be like this year, because if it's gonna be this year, it might be like September or November. I don't know.
Right. Well, the
And that,
national ones you were talking about for Tennessee, that's in December, and that's 176.
yeah, that one, I'm in that one.
Me too.
But
I'm in that one.
before that, there's things that has gotta happen, and I'm I'm probably gonna figure it out soon what I'm gonna do. Right now, I'm still training. I haven't stopped, so I'm right now I'm training like I'm having a super match in a month. Let's say,
Good.
even though I don't.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you may as well still in peak performance. As long as
yeah.
as long as you're healthy, dude, why not? I mean, yeah,
Mhm.
stick with it, man.
Yeah,
Well,
and that's number one thing, and that should be healthy.
yeah,
If you're
which
not
I'm
healthy,
not. That's my number one default is I'm like he was saying earlier, I got so many, micro tears in my biceps, the side of my arm, my elbows freaking thrashed. But I'm not gonna take I can't sit around anymore. It's like, hey, I took a year off to heal and I didn't really heal. And I feel like I lost like my power. Like I had to get back into it, get my arm used to it again.
why don't you just train without pulling for 6 months?
Yeah, I could
I've
try that.
tried. You're preaching to the choir, Bubba. I've been telling him that for years.
Yes, this
But
is
he
true.
has a different mantra. He believes that, and this is actually a good question for you. What do you feel is more beneficial to advancement in your practice of arm wrestling over the years? Is it table time or is it gym time?
For me, it's both. But when it comes to table time, it's not me pulling a guy with the same strength as me. It's me pulling somebody that's weaker than me that can, if I need to hold me with two arms, if I need to tell me where to go, it's just for me, table time, I guess, is more like for techniques, for speed, for recovery, and stuff like that. And if we're talking about power increase, that's lifting. And not lifting like general stuff, even though I did start doing general things, general power, like I started doing squats, deadlifts, and bench press. The rest is specific arm wrestling. And I stopped doing full motion for like curls and stuff. I stopped
Stopping at 90.
basically my lifting, I converted it to the way I arm wrestle. Because we don't arm wrestle like this, or we don't go, so we always lock, we always at 90, we're always in this position. So my training changed. So if I'm curling, I'm doing, if I'm curling a bar, I'm doing from here. So
Yep.
every my workout for arm wrestling is how I'm gonna, because can you like transform this into what you're doing at the table? No.
No.
So you
Funny
gotta,
Ilya, the funny thing is I always tell people stay out of obtuse angles. Stay from 90 to an acute angle, which is essentially what you're saying from this position to this position, this position
yeah,
to this position, staying away from obtuse angles because typically you're
basically,
separated
uh-huh,
if you're
yeah.
there.
And so that's why for me, lifting is I guess, is more than having a table time. Even the table time is important. But because every lifting that I do is exactly what I would do at the table, then it's beneficial. But if you're doing what everybody else does, I would say the table time would be beneficial.
Yeah,
So it's really depends on how, when you say I'm lifting, lifting is more beneficial for me. It really depends on how you lifting and which
The approach.
exercises are right. Yeah. Yeah.
that makes sense. Well, hey, it was good having you on the show again, man. I hopefully you're gonna go to the event in
In 2
Orlando.
weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm planning to be there. Are you going?
I'm gonna try. Yeah, I'm 80% in.
Okay.
But yeah, maybe we can hang out a
Do
little
you
more.
have your flights already, or?
No, I was looking at them. But yeah, I haven't booked anything yet.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't gotten anything yet, but I'm about the same. I'm about 89% planning to be there. So
I got to talk to Travis because last time he pretty much took care of me as far as accommodations and stuff, and Chance was pretty good too. So I'm hoping for the same treatment if possible. That'd be great.
there we go. And I'll see you there, I guess.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Have a good time.
All right, bud. We'll see you soon, Reza.
Catching up, Bubba. Take it easy, bro.
Peace.